everybody! In this video, I'm going to show you how I organize my physical workspace. Now, this semester, I am teaching all of my classes online, which means I do almost all of my work from home. If I really start to get antsy, maybe I'll go to a coffee shop, but I do my work from home and from right here almost all of the time. I can't tell you how useful it is to have a designated spot in your house where you do all of your work. If you're used to laying on your bed with your laptop, that might not be the most conducive to success, because I don't know about you, but when I'm on my bed, I'm gonna go to sleep. Okay? So it's very helpful for me to have a desk and chair. Also, you don't have to break the bank on any of this stuff, right? I have a nice chair because I'm old and I have back problems, but before I was using a chair that I dragged in off the street. See this? I dragged this in off the street, dragged that bulletin board in off the street, and that little black thing, file cabinet thing, I dragged that in off the street. I think I paid cash for the desk, but onward. So I have a laptop computer, but it rarely leaves my desk. It kind of lives right here. Right here, and this, also found this dumpster diving. I got a nice little lamp, and it's got a place to hold pens, pencils, scissors, ruler, you name it. Got my lip balm, my little stapler, my whiteout. I got my Post-it notes. I'm gonna explain more about that later. A couple other things I have in this room that are really important. First is I have a clock. I have to have a clock because I don't remember what time it is. Yeah, I know it's on the computer, but I forget to look. So when I'm sitting here doing my work, I can always turn a little bit to the left and see what time it is. And in my office at Mott, I had a clock right above my desk. And say another thing that's very, very important is a calendar. I got a little calendar hanging on the wall. Yes, I know there's a calendar on the phone I'm making this video with, but whenever I go to look at it, I get distracted by all the alerts and things I have. So I have to have a calendar on the wall because I forget what date it is. And also, I have a real problem keeping numbers straight in my head. And since the date is a number, I tend to forget what date it is. So being able to just spin a couple inches in my chair and see the calendar helps me immeasurably. And I probably got this calendar at Walmart, didn't spend a lot of money on it. The bulletin board up here, most of the things I post up here I don't need every day, but one thing that you're gonna see on my bulletin board and in my desk is there's kind of a blend of my personal life stuff and my school stuff. And you're probably gonna need to do the same thing because all of us have lives outside of school. All of us have things we need to keep track of outside of school. Like this is my boyfriend's kid's school schedule. And this is, I gotta update that. That's the U of M Flint gym schedule. This is just where I keep track of how much I owe on my mortgage because I'm slightly obsessed with paying it off early. And I got memes and stuff I like, obviously. Now this, I didn't intend for this map to wind up being a sticky note board, but that's kind of what it became. I just put this up here because honestly, I just like maps. And I found out over time that it's a really good surface to stick sticky notes on. Why do I have so many sticky notes? Because a lot of things, if I don't see it in front of me every day, I will forget. Now, some of this is personal life stuff, but some of it, like right here, at the beginning of the semester, I forget the numbers of all the classes I'm teaching. So I wrote them down right here. I wrote down who else is teaching 099 this semester. And I wrote down the names of a couple guys in IR I need to talk to, things like that. As you can probably tell, some of this other stuff is like personal life stuff. Oh, and I got this fortune the other day and I put it here because I think it's hilarious. You will be successful someday. Yep, still waiting. Been a professor for 20 years, still waiting to be successful. Anyway, my point is, this might help you too. If you're a forgetful person or if you're a very busy person, it might help you to have Post-it notes that you look at every day too. And I've got quite a collection of little notes and post-its here. I don't know, right now a lot of school supplies are going on sale, which is pretty cool. I think these were like less than $1 at Meijer the other day. Oh, I also have my little highlighter collection. I've got some fidget toys right here. I've got, like I said, my pens and pencils. I can't emphasize how much it helps to have all of this stuff within reach. Now, you might be wondering what I need all the pens and pencils for because I'm teaching online. Well, guess what? I'm old. I'm a child of the 80s and 90s. So a lot of times if things aren't written down, they don't seem real to me. And I will show you the biggest investment in this room. I actually bought this right before COVID hit, and I saved up for it for a while. It is a laser printer. And if you're like me, if you're a person for whom things don't seem real unless they're printed out, you should get a printer too. You don't have to buy a nice laser printer. A little ink just does fine. And I was looking on Facebook Marketplace the other day, and they do have some on sale. Like, not really on sale. People are selling used printers. So you don't have to break the bank on something like this. Oh, the thing it's resting on, it was also in the trash. You can kind of tell why, because that shelf is all, you know. Got my fan for like those Indian summer days when it's hot as hell in here. I've got the world's messiest bookshelf with just things I use on here. It's a little embarrassing how big of a mess this is. I made myself a binder to keep track of stuff. I put a meme on the front because that's just what I like. And I'm taking a class for professors this semester called Promoting Active Learning, so I made a binder for that too. I've got this notebook. I'll talk about the notebook in another video. But I've got more school supplies in here. And down here, on this thing I dragged in from off the road, and it really helps me. Oh, and I got my little phone charger down there. It really helps me to have all of this stuff in one spot, so I'm not constantly looking for it. And also, those of you who have kids, you know that you probably constantly have to look for stuff that you need. So if you can carve a space like this out in your house, and I've got a whole room because the only person who lives here is me. But even if you can only carve out like a little corner of your attic or of the bedroom that's yours, that's gonna really help you be successful this semester. And those of you who have kids, you might have to have a very firm don't touch policy, or else your stuff will probably all disappear. That's what happens at my boyfriend's house, just saying. So hopefully this video gives you some ideas for organizing your own workspace. If you live with a lot of other people, I realize this may not be a possibility for you, but like I said, even if it's a little corner of the attic or a little corner of the basement in your house, I highly, highly encourage you to try to carve out a little workspace of your own in your home this semester. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.